So today, we're going to be using the 3 heroes that got changed in this balance update. Those heroes are the Ragnar, the Warlord, and the Blaze. Ragnar and the Warlord, they received the nerfs that they finally deserve. Definitely good for the game, because if it was not, then I think people would have quit. Blaze receiving a rework, which I'm still considering it as a nerf, which is good because the Blaze still needed that nerf regardless. And the Thunderpulse, because the Thunderpulse Ragnar combo, they just worked well together. But let's see if these changes finally makes the deck not as strong as it used to be before to go far. My name is Mike, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Alrighty, let's see if this nerf deck is finally not strong enough to be just dominate the arena, you know, because that was the problem. We can actually just try to push the Blaze upwards to the Cannonmaster, then we'll hit the Ragnar. There we go. Alright, so then those charges, of course. Alright, so the Ragnar used to do 51 damage, now he's doing 46. The health, I forget how much he had. I think it was 430 more or less, or high 420s. And his axe used to do 60, now it does 46. That is a huge change for the Ragnar, because the Ragnar was, you know, OP. There was nothing stronger than the Ragnar. But receiving that nerf, so now it does 46 damage whenever it throws an axe instead of 60. It's definitely worth it. And of course, when it comes back, it does 23 damage instead of 60. Or instead of 30, I should say. So, definitely good. Let's hit the Ragnar right here, then with the Cannonmaster. There we go. There we go. Nice little double kill. Look at that. Alright, so even though the Ragnar and the Warlord combo received a nerf, it seems like we are still very powerful that this person decided to surrender. So let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take the first win right there. Let's see if we can go far with this nerfed deck. Let's continue on. Alright, second match here. Let's talk about the Warlord now. The Warlord, of course, for whatever reason, they buffed him when he did not need a buff, but they finally nerfed him again. His attack, I think he used to do 44, now it does 41, I think. They also nerfed his health, which is great. Even though I want to use the Ragnar's ability, I think it's just best to go for straight damage here. I mean, I would like to take out the Enchantress, but I don't think we're going to be able to. I mean, I guess we just hit the Enchantress and the Treant, burning the Satyr as well. The Axe actually does damage to all of them right there, so honestly, pretty good play. But yeah, the Warlord, I think he used to have in the 470s, now it's in 458. And he used to buff up heroes for 66 damage, now it does 68. I believe that the nerf is definitely not enough, but I mean, at least it's in the right direction. Look at the charges and the axe. Holy guacamole, dude. Even though it got nerfed, it is still pretty powerful. Alright, so Satyr the Frostfox goes next. He is going to heal up the Frostfox and try to use the Satyr for damage onto the Blaze, which is fine. We can, just hit the Satyr here and just hit the Ragnar, so that way it can also hit the Frostfox. Plus getting this charges in. There we go. Hey, we're doing damage to everyone, which is fine. Satyr, alright, so he can destroy me right here, but thankfully, and he of course heals up the Frostfox. Rude. We can take out the Frostfox here by pushing it towards the Thunderpulse. And then we'll hit the Satyr, which he'll get pushed towards the Warlord for the win. Alright, so far, so good, dude. We're just cruising on by. Even though it's too early in the run, we're just cruising on by still. So very good about that. Let's continue on. Alrighty, third match here. Facing... Ooh, I'm always nervous whenever I face the Striker, especially paired up with the Zombie and the Farmer. The Ice Queen is a good addition to this deck as well. No. I mean, the Axe are going to miss, so let's just push the Thunderpulse to deal damage. Towards the Striker, we'll take it. 97 damage to the Striker, plus 17. So, I knew the Axe was going to miss, that's why I decided not to focus too much on it, and the Thunderpulse is going to die. Ouch. Okay, so that's unfortunate. We could try to use the Ragnar's Axe again. Actually, no. We can use the Blaze for damage right there onto the Ice Queen. We might be able to hit the Ragnar. There we go. So the Ragnar actually does a little bit of damage. And the Striker took major damage over there because of the buffed Blaze. That was good. He is going to try to use the Striker for damage. And the Blaze will be taking some more damage right there. Ouch. That's very painful. Very painful. We might have to just take out that striker. Oh yeah, I still haven't talked about the Blaze. What am I doing? So the Blaze used to do 65 base damage. Now he does 61. They buffed up her health, so it used to be like 370-ish. Now it does his health is at 390, which is pretty good. And her fire burn used to do 39 instead of 36. So before the changes, before the changes, the Blaze used to do 104 damage with a base hit. Just a regular hit onto one hero does 104 damage. Now the Blaze does 97. Still pretty high, and they still buffed up her health. So even though I'm still considering it a nerf because of the nerf that she received to her damage, they still buff up her health, but I'm still going to consider it like a nerf. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys agree or disagree with that. It's a rework, they call it a rework because they buffed and nerfed at the same time some of her stats. But regardless, it's still a nerf in my opinion. It seems like we are going to lose here, sadly. The Warlord does 99 damage when he's buffed. He used to do over 100, 107, I think. So definitely good. Seeing that nerf, can we actually double hit the farmer by doing like this? Because if we do, then we might actually have a chance. There you go. And we also hit the zombie. Hitting the zombie was actually huge. Now I need 3 hits, sadly. If I needed 2 hits, then I would be golden. But sadly, it is not 2 hits. We're gonna need 3. Unless we get a double hit, push him towards the fire. He is going to do that. This is going to be difficult. I need a triple hit or a double hit, push him towards the fire, and I have no idea how we're gonna do that. Yeah, we just lost, sadly, ladies and gentlemen. Man, we almost had it. We almost had it. All right, so unfortunate loss right there. That's going to be our first loss. I mean, hey, if you lose against this type of deck, finally, right? Because it was very powerful, but now it's a lot easier to win against it. So very happy about that they made this change. Sad for me that I lost, obviously, but let's continue on. All right, guys, let's see if we can win here. Ooh, a Warlord Blaze. All right, Warlord Blaze. He buffs up the Wizard. Thankfully, the Wizard is kind of like in a awkward position for him to use the Wizard's damage. And of course, he has a 30% damage reduction, so I'm very happy about this. We are playing in this arena, meaning that I can just control the match using my axe, and of course, try to hit the traps on the corners, so I can deal damage to everyone right there. He's going to use the Blaze for damage. Honestly, decent damage because he actually hits everyone right there. So, who gets the buff? I cannot tell because of the fire. The Blaze actually gets the buff. All right, so instead of going for the charges, I'm actually just going for straight damage into the Thunder Idol, and this should also hit the Warlord. So let's just do that. Look at that. We actually damaged everyone, which is good. Who gets the buff here? I cannot tell because of the fire. The Warlord does. Okay, so he is getting very unlucky when it comes to the hero size getting buffed. He's going straight after the Ragnar. Go for it, my dude. Straight after the Ragnar. Should be 1 hit, I think. Yep, 1 hit plus a little bit of burn to everyone, obviously. So we'll play on that. Ragnar does get the buff. I mean, let's just do this. Activate the trap and then with the Thunder Paws. There we go. The axe actually does damage to the Warlord. Decent damage. I mean, the Blaze does not get a single hit, but that's fine. Warlord gets the buff again. Again, he is getting pretty unlucky when it comes to the heroes that gets the buff. And we actually got the trap ready to go. We just gotta hit the other one. But if I hit the other one with the heroes the way they are now, it is going to miss a Thunder Idol. And I might want to hit everyone, obviously. But unless the Blaze gets the buff. This will hit the Blaze, his own Blaze. Let's do that. We just took out his Thunder Idol. And of course, we're just doing damage to everyone using the charges and the axe. We just took out the Thunder Idol, which is awesome. Warlord gets the buff again. That's 3 in a row. Warlord getting the buffs constantly. And he finally goes. It would have been hilarious if, for example, the Blaze would have gotten the buff there. That would have been funny. But yeah, he is getting very lucky with the heroes are getting, or not getting lucky. He finally got the correct hero to get the buff. actually pushes it towards the Blaze of Warlord, and he actually takes out my Thunder Paws. So no more charges. Okay, with the Blaze getting the buff, I have to go for damage right there. So let's hopefully double hit the Blaze here, and hopefully we can actually just take out that freaking Warlord by doing it like that. There we go. All right, nice little double kill. Only the Wizard is left alive. It's a 1v3. He is going to struggle right here. And even if the Warlord buffs the wrong hero, that we can still go after the trap unless he actually hits the trap right here. He might actually hit the trap. Let's see. The Wizard is very lightweight. Yeah, he did not plan that correctly. Ragnar does get the buff. Let's see. The Warlord is doing 41. It won't be enough. 104. All right. So if we can push the the Wizard towards the Ragnar, that would be game. There we go, 103. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. That's going to be a win. I didn't even use the trap for the win. I got very lucky playing around with the Thunder Paws' ability and the Ragnar's ability, even though they received nerfs. It was still very strong to win against that deck, so happy about that. Let's continue on. All right, let's see if we can win here facing, Warlord. Warlord, Enchantress. Okay, the Werewolf did receive a buff. Enchantress goes next. The Warlord gets a buff, which is good for me. He just buffs everyone, but nothing happens. That's good for me. Who gets the buff here? The Warlord does. If I use the Ragnar's ability, it will actually miss, because it is going to focus on the Enchantress. So let's just push the Blaze towards the Monkey King. Oh, no. Let's just hit the Warlord. We'll hit the Warlord right there. Unless the charges blocks. Thankfully, it did not block. And look at that. We did damage to the Werewolf without activating her ability. Even though the Werewolf is now the tankiest hero, very strong hero. If this meta still stays, we can still damage the Werewolf without activating her ability, which is great. Thunder Paws gets the buff. There really isn't much I can do here, man. I mean, we'll try to push the Thunder Paws upwards to deal damage, because using the Warlord for damage is not going to do anything. There we go! 139 times 2 to the Enchantress right there, which is great, but, I mean, he did buff up the Werewolf and the Monkey King. The Warlord did not get the buff yet, which is good. Alright, let's see who gets the buff here. Warlord gets the buff, not much I can do about that. I guess we'll just hit the Warlord and the Monkey King. If it can hit the Monkey King towards the Thunder Paws, that would be huge. There we go. Plus, we burnt a little bit onto the Werewolf. And, of course, the Monkey King and the Warlord, both of them just burnt each other, which is good. Again, we did about 160 damage to the Werewolf, and she still hasn't got her ability activated, which is great. Not the greatest damage for him, which is good. The Blaze gets the buff. I'm gonna have to go out, use the Blaze to deal damage to the Werewolf, even though that will activate her ability. I just have to. Yeah. Alright, so that will activate her ability. The Monkey King stays alive, but we did take out the Enchantress, meaning that the Werewolf goes next with her buff. 216 damage. Holy guacamole. Alright, this is dangerous right now. Oh boy. So my Thunder Paws just dies. The Warlord the Ragnar thankfully stays alive right there. Let's see who gets the buff here. Blaze gets the buff. Push the Werewolf towards the Blaze. I don't like this. We actually double hit the Werewolf, and we took out his Warlord. Let's go, dude. Holy, come on, man. Let's freaking go. So far, so good. Monkey King is the only one left alive. We just need one hit to take him out. Does not matter who gets the buff or who goes next. Whoa! That was dangerously close. But the Blaze and the Warlord survives, so we are going to win this one, ladies and gentlemen. A very close match, but we got the victory right there for the win. I got very nervous right there, but we actually played it off very well. Even though we almost lost, it was a very close match. We actually got the victory right there, so I'm very happy about that. So let's continue on. Alright, 4 wins, 1 loss. We're doing very good so far. A Warlord Blaze deck. Alright, let's see. We also have a Warlord Blaze deck. Blaze gets the buff, but the Blaze is down there. I cannot do much about that, so I'm just going to use the charges and the axe. So let's do this. Even though it received a huge nerf, we're still going to do damage to everyone. So there you go. Monkey King gets a buff, and he does go first. So that's a rough start for me, especially towards the Ragnar. He might actually take him out with the fire. Yeah, I mean, we just lost we just lost the Ragnar like it was nothing. So unfortunate start right there. Hopefully we can win without the Ragnar, but we'll see. Thunderpaws does get the buff. But there really isn't much I can do there. We're gonna have to just go do this and just hit either the Monkey King or the Warlord. Nice double hit on the Monkey King, and the Warlord also gets a hit. So that was a very good play. Instead of going for the charges, that was definitely a good play. He is going to use the Fireball from the Monkey King and shoot the Fireball at the Warlord, potentially even hitting him with his body. He does, and the Fireball also hits, and even the Blaze gets a hit off as well. Well played. Alright, so Warlord does... Okay, so we buffed up the Thunderpaws. So let's just take out this Warlord and the Monkey King right there, and we're going to do damage to the other two heroes. So there we go. 3v2. The problem is they're kind of healthy, but we're kind of healthy as well, especially the Thunderpaws. The Thunderpaws is still kind of at full health. He will be trying to double hit the Thunderpaws. He might actually get it off. He actually triple hits the Thunderpaws. Understood, and burns the Warlord. Well played. Blaze gets the buff. Just take out the Drakeling at this point. Just take him out. We don't need him alive. It's a 3v1 against a lonely Blaze against 3 of my heroes, which unfortunately they're pretty low health. Thankfully, because of the Blaze's nerf, the Thunderpaws can tank one hit, but he will be double hitting the Warlord for death. And okie doke. So we might be able to double hit the Blaze using the Thunderpaws and push it towards my Blaze, and that would be huge damage. Let's see if we can do that. Just go for the double hit here and hit towards the Blaze, hopefully. I don't want to miss. There we go. We actually pulled it off, but he is still alive with 57 health. He needs a double hit on both of my heroes in order to take me out. Or just burn both of them and then let them burn each other. And then he'll get the victory right there. And they got the burn off! No way, the Thunderpaws would have survived with 1 health, dude! Are you kidding me? What a play, dude. He played that well. Lucky shot. Let's continue on. Alright, that last person, he got lucky burning the Thunderpaws at the last moment, man. Like, he got very lucky. Dancing Dragon goes first, which is honestly good for me because he won't be able to do that much damage. Monkey King paired up with the Sentinel is definitely not the play that you want to do. However, decent damage overall right there. Warlord does get the buff. I can just push the Dancing Dragon towards the Warlord and let's see if we can get some access. No access, but we still did damage to 3 heroes. The Dancing Dragon and the Sentinel did take a lot of damage right there. Sentinel does go next. Not to worry about him right now, especially paired up with the Monkey King, like I said. The Sentinel cannot use the Monkey King's ability to his advantage. Decent play, though. Decent damage overall. Warlord does get the buff, so I'm just going to hit the Ragnar right here. And then we are going to just hit the Griffin. And, okay, look at that. We actually did damage to 3 heroes using a buffed Warlord. That was good. That was good. He might go after my Warlord. Oh, it's going after the Ragnar. Interesting. Alright, so the Ragnar is still alive. And hits the Thunderpaws again. I just realized that he's using Warlord paired up. Oh, never mind. I thought he had... I don't know why I thought he had the Warlord. My bad. Ignore what I said. Who gets the buff? The Ragnar does. Not much I can do here. Should we just go for the charges? Let's go for the charges in the axe, I guess. I really hope this is the correct play. There we go. All the charges. Yeah, that was definitely a good play. Alright, Monkey King goes next. We are getting very weak, but he is as well. He is going to use the Sentinel for damage. He just takes out the Thunderpaws. We're still alive, ladies and gentlemen. We are still alive. Who is going to get the buff here? Ragnar does. Not much I can do there. We could take out his Dancing Dragon, hit the Sentinel. The axe will... Oops, sorry, button notification. Let me get rid of that. That's a triple kill. Alright, so 3v1 here against a Monkey King. Now, we did lose against the Blaze in the 3v1 situation. He might be able to pull it off as well. Although, the Warlord is kind of healthy, so we should be able to tank here. Even though he should not be able to get the Fire Clouds while hitting the Warlord, so he's going to do that. And that's actually fine with me. We should be fine here. Let's see who gets the buff, because if the Warlord or the Ragnar gets the buff, then we should be fine. So we should potentially push the Monkey King towards the Warlord. There we go. Ah, he is still alive. What? No freaking way, dude. Alright. I mean, it's going to be difficult for him to still win. Like, very difficult to still win here. Um, I mean, he needs to figure out a way to double hit the Ragnar, hit the Blaze, and hit the Warlord multiple times. He did take out the Ragnar, but I mean, he only has 3 health, man. We should win here with ease. So let's do that right there. Just take him out. Overkill because the Warlord got the buff right there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be our 5th win. Definitely not flawless like my like the buffed video, but we're still doing fine. 5 wins. Do I believe this is a strong deck? The Warlord makes it strong. The Ragnar's nerf is actually a huge difference, which I'm grateful to see. And the Blaze's nerf, I feel like it's not that much of a difference, but still pretty strong. But the nerf is still definitely well needed. Let's continue on. Alright, 5 wins, 2 losses here, facing a Ragnar with no Thunderpaws. We start off with the Warlord. The Thunderpaws does get the buff. I mean, the good thing to do is, well, the axe is going to miss. I'm just going to try to hit the Thunderpaws towards the Griffin. And I'm going to hope that the Thunderpaws' charges does not block the Griffin. There we go. 97 damage to the Griffin right there. Plus a little bit of extra damage right there to everyone. The Griffin takes a decent amount of damage, not bad. He is going to use the axe. That should hit the Warlord. 46 times 2 for 92. And then, oh, sorry about the notification. Let me get rid of that. Blaze gets the buff. Let's just push the Scarecrow towards the Blaze. There we go. The Griffin dies! Somehow the Thunderpaws hits him 3 times? Bruh. Let's freaking go, dude. Alright, so the Scarecrow is going to deal damage to the Blaze. Decent damage. Okay, we're still fine. Warlord does get the buff. Should we just push the Paladin towards the Warlord for that damage? Let's do that. Look at that, dude. Lots of damage to the Paladin, but he is still alive. Ragnar does go next. He might just play around with the Scarecrow here. He does. The axe thankfully missed because of the, the spike ball. Good for me. Ooh, the Blaze gets the buff. Look at that. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do damage right there using the axe, but I'm going to just hit the Ragnar here, then hopefully the axe makes contact. It does not, but we just took out his Ragnar. His Paladin is alive with literally 34 health. He can heal up the Scarecrow if he wants to, but I'm pretty confident that we are going to win this one, even if he might surrender. Yeah, he did. All right, so good victory right there. That is 6 wins. Yes, look at my doggo, so cute. So yeah, 6 wins, halfway there through the challenge. Let's continue on. All right, let's see if we can just continue with this momentum. Ooh, a passive damage dealing deck with the Sorceress. So if the Sorceress enchants everyone, I don't think we're going to win. He is going for the trap as well. This is actually a perfect map for the Sorceress if he managed to enchant me. Thankfully, she fails to enchant anyone in the first turn. Blaze gets the buff. So if we can hit the Ragnar like this, hopefully it'll hit the Warlord, and then hopefully this will hit somebody. Oh, the Druid and the Farmer takes a lot of damage. The Sorcerer somehow only got 1 axe hit, not 2. Oh, because it was only 1 axe was thrown. Never mind. Again, he's going to try to use the Sorceress for enchantment, and that will actually enchant the Blaze. So well played. Okie doke. Blaze gets the buff. Honestly, just go for the damage here on the Sorceress. We just took out the Farmer. Let's freaking go, dude. We don't need to worry about her pumpkins. Ice Queen goes next, meaning that the Blaze will be taking a lot of damage because he is enchanted, plus the trap. And he is going to enchant the rest of my heroes, meaning that we're going to take excessive amount of damage, which is obviously not good. Just use the axe. I mean, the Ragnar also got the buff right there. We just took out the Druid. Even though we are enchanted, the 3 of my heroes, his heroes are getting very weak, so we should be able to pull off a win here. He is going to get the trap once again, hit the Thunderpaws. Thankfully, the Thunderpaws does not get enchanted. Ragnar gets the buff. Honestly, let's go for the charges here, and the axe should be enough to for death. Yep, it is. So let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Another good victory right there. 7 wins. This deck is still very strong. Despite the nerf, it is still very strong, ladies and gentlemen. But is it stronger than the buffed deck? Let me know down in the comments below. Let's continue on. Alright, guys. 7 wins, 2 losses here. Ooh, not a big fan of this deck, to say the least. Blaze goes first. Sadly, she does not get the buff, but we could go for damage here, honestly. Let's go after. I mean, we'll hit the vampire and the slime. There you go. We burned the blacksmith for 50 damage. Not bad. All right, slime does go first. He might either go for the defensive buff or slow down my. He's going after my blaze. Okay, so that's going to be a double hit as well. And the Thunderpaws also gets hit. Well played. Blaze gets the buff. We can actually deal massive damage to his paladin at least. And then we're going to use the charges. Oh, we completely whiffed it because of the charges blocking. That's the downside of the Thunderpaws, but we still did decent damage to everyone because of the charges. So not too bad. He is going to heal up the slime. Hit the Thunderpaws and the Ragnar. Well played. Thunderpaws does go next. Let's see. Ragnar gets the buff, but should we just go for? I mean, yeah, just keep playing around with the abilities, honestly. Look at the damage that we just did to the slime. What? Bro, we just took out the slime. What the deuce happened, ladies and gentlemen? Let's freaking go. All right, if he loses his vampire, then he is not going to win. So I need to take out his vampire as quick as possible. He heals up, but thankfully nothing too much. And the Ragnar got the buff, meaning that we can one-shot the vampire, and we might be able to actually take out the blacksmith as well. Yes, we do. So only the paladin is left alive. He ain't going to win. So very good match right there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's freaking go. 4v1 here. I highly doubt. I mean, he did take out the blaze, and he actually buffed up the paladin, so well played. But yeah, I don't see him winning. I truly don't see him winning. Ragnar does get the buff, look at that. So let's just use the axe and then hit the Ragnar towards his paladin. With the axe missed, and the charge missed. Alright, so the ability completely whiffed right there. He has 150 health left. He's going for the double hit. He's going to get the attack buff. Actually takes out the Thunderpaws. Well played. Because of the attack buff, he actually takes out the Thunderpaws. Alright. Ragnar gets the buff again. Not sure. Ugh, I don't think we can. Just use the Ragnar's ability. It will not take him out because of the nerf that it received. Look at that. Before then, it used to do 180 damage. So definitely not enough anymore. Which is good. I'm very grateful that they nerfed it. But thankfully, we survived that attack, meaning that we are going to win this one, ladies and gentlemen. And that is going to be our 8th victory, yes. We got 8 wins. We're doing very good. Very happy with this run so far. Even though we got 1 more life to go, we are still going far with this nerfed deck. So very happy with this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so 4 more wins to go. Not a big fan of the deck that we're facing, but if we can try to take out one hero at a time very quickly, then we should be fine. He starts up with the Sorcerer, which is a horrible start for me, because if he enchants any hero, I'm going to be in serious problem, and he enchants the Ragnar. That's not good. Warlord gets the buff. Not much I can do there. Let's just hit the Ragnar. Hit the Ragnar, then we'll potentially double hit the Sorcerers right there. So let's do that. There we go. I am a little bit of damage to the zombie and the striker. Okay. So, sadly, the Ragnar got enchanted, which is basically obviously a very strong hero. My Ragnar just dies. Alright, so that's an unfortunate loss, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to make a comeback here, but we'll try our best. Thunderpaws gets the buff. Cannot push the striker towards the Thunderpaws. That's unfortunate. I don't think we can even push the Sorceress towards the Blaze. I really want to, so let's try. There we go. And the charge! Get the charge, please! That would have been enough to take out the Sorceress. No! Come on. Alright, so 3v4. Sorceress is about to die, but the rest of his heroes are pretty healthy. And the Warlord has taken quite a bit of damage. He will be... Oh no, he just... Oh, what a... Wow, dude. Are you kidding me? Alright, Thunderpaws does get the buff, but... I mean, should we go after the Sorceress? I don't know if that's going to be the correct play, because, like I said, the Thunderpaws is buffed. We'll hit the zombie, and then hopefully we can actually hit the Warlord to actually use the charge to take out the Sorceress. There you go. Okay, so hitting the zombie, plus we took out the Sorceress. Perfect. The problem is, he can poison, and he is going to poison the Blaze and hit it towards the Striker. Or the Armadillo. If he hits it towards both of them, the Blaze is just going to instantly die. I don't see the Blaze surviving this. if he pushes it towards the striker as well. Let's see. He is going to poison the Warlord as well. Go for it, my dude. Yes? No? And thankfully fails to push it towards the striker, but still a lot of damage. Ooh, Blaze gets the buff. Look at this, dude. If we can somehow push the striker towards the Thunderpaws, that would be huge. Let's do that. Bada boom. Sadly, do not push it towards the Thunderpaws. The striker would have died. He is going to take out the Blaze. I'm assuming that he will be taking out the Blaze here, because the Blaze can survive 3 more turns, if the Blaze does not get hit. He will be hitting the Blaze. Okay, so there's that. And he might actually poison the Warlord here, which is going to be a problem as well, if he does this correctly. Oh no, he decides to just go after the Warlord. He takes out the Thunderpaws and the Warlord. That's game. We're not winning here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we ain't winning here. We can try our best as much as we want to, but the Armadillo just needs 1 hit to take out the Blaze. So even if we lose, or even if this person loses service and, you know, quits the game, the poison is going to take me out right there, ladies and gentlemen. So unfortunately, that is going to be our 3rd and final loss. Despite, let me know down in the comments below if you guys believe that if this deck wasn't nerfed, would I have gone to 12 wins? Honestly, I think I would have. We did so well. Even with the nerfed deck, we actually got to 8 wins. So despite the nerfs, it is still a very, very strong deck. So let's just claim this red board right here, even though my account is almost at max, you know, maxed out almost, kind of, sort of. We just got gold for that, from that 12,000 gold. That's hilarious. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please make sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more Smashing 4 videos. Just, you know, even though we didn't get to 12 wins like my buffed deck, this nerfed deck still got me to 8 wins. That was very strong. So good. Very strong. But of course, just not as powerful as it was before the balance update. So if you guys have any other recommendations that you want to see, just let me know down in the comments below, and I'll show you there for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thanks again for thank you so much for watching this video, and thanks again for your continued support. I will see you in the next one. Take care.